Hello, my name is Franklin Bartol and I'm a master's student at University College London and Yale. Now, peanut butter has to be one of my favorite ingredients. You only need a couple tablespoons to add 8 grams of protein to your meal or snack, and it adds a whole lot of taste, so it's a really economical food choice. However, I'm always trying to find ways to add peanut butter without just having a peanut butter sandwich. So today I'm going to show you how to make a protein bar with peanut butter and chickpeas. Now this protein bar is for everyone because it's vegan and it's gluten-free. We don't need any dairy or wheat. It's also really cheap. If you buy a protein bar at the store, you'll probably pay $1 or even $3 per bar, whereas this entire batch makes 8 protein bars and it only costs you a few dollars. So we'll start with a can of cooked chickpeas. You want to rinse and drain the chickpeas and then just use a fork, and inside the can you can mash up the chickpeas. This might take a few minutes, but when you're done they should be really mushy like this. Now we're going to add the chickpeas to this bowl that has half a cup of peanut butter in it, or you can use any type of nut butter that you like. Now I used peanut butter that doesn't have any added sugar or cornstarch because I find that's not really necessary. And also the more natural peanut butters that are just made of peanuts and maybe have a bit of salt, but that's it, they tend to be more oily, and those oils will really help us at this stage when we're having to mix together those mashed up chickpeas and the peanut butter. And the oils come from really healthy fats. They're unsaturated fats, and those are really good for your heart, so it's a really good part of your diet. Now chickpeas are also an excellent source of protein. Just half a cup of cooked chickpeas has 20 grams of protein, so really good source of protein, especially for vegetarians and vegans. Peanut butter and chickpeas also have a lot of fiber in them, so one of these protein bars will keep you feeling full for a very long time. So now we've mixed those together, we need to sweeten the protein bars. So I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of natural maple syrup. You could also use honey or 1/3 cup of molasses. Now these are all natural liquid sweeteners. We need the liquid in this recipe to hold the ingredients together. But the natural sweetener, that's important because refined sugars that a lot of the store-bought protein bars will use, they tend to spike your blood sugar, which means that your blood sugar is going to drop and then you're not going to have energy all of a sudden and you'll need to eat again. So the natural sugars don't tend to spike your blood sugar, so you get longer lasting energy, which is what you want in a protein bar. So we've mixed these together well, and these are going to bake in the oven, and baked goods need to rise. So in order to do that, we need to add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And you'll notice these ingredients in a lot of baked goods because they help baked goods rise in the oven as they cook. Now we're also going to add about a teaspoon or a little sprinkle of salt because the salt really brings out the flavor in the peanut butter, I find. A lot of people like to add salt to their peanut butter. Now we're going to mix this in really well because the baking powder and the baking soda is really important to be mixed in throughout the batter. Now I have a baking pan in front of me. You want to use a non-stick pan, or you want to grease it with something like some cooking spray or some butter. And use an 8 by 8 inch pan or a 20 by 20 centimeter pan or something close to that size. Now you can preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 170 degrees Celsius. Now I'm just adding all the batter now into this pan, and then we're going to spread it out evenly, and they'll be all ready to bake, and they only take 20 minutes in the oven. I'm going to spread this batter evenly, and this recipe makes 8 protein bars, and each bar has 8 grams of protein in it, so that's quite a lot. It'll be really easy once they're cooked to just cut them up and throw a few in a plastic bag or some plastic wrap so that when you're headed out the door in the morning and you don't have time to make lunch or grab a snack, then you can just grab one of these, and then in the middle of the day when you need a bit of energy boost, 8 grams of protein right there. And you won't have to spend money buying an expensive, less healthy protein bar at the store. So we have it evenly spread in the pan, that's great, and here's where you can have a little bit of fun. You can add any sort of topping that you like. So I have some pieces of dark chocolate here. I'll sprinkle those on. You could also add some shreds of coconut, some seeds, some nuts, maybe some dried fruits. I think a good idea would be some thin slices of apple, because those would cook in the oven. You could sprinkle it with some cinnamon, and it would smell really nice as it bakes. So there you have it. They're all ready to bake. Once your oven is ready, just 20 minutes, and then you have 8 protein bars. So remember, when you're baking, making a snack, or cooking a meal, just a little bit of nut butter can add a whole lot of protein, a lot of fiber, healthy fats, and a whole lot of taste.